Alright, so who's gonna edit this one? I'm like I'm exhausted. I edited the last one.
I don't want to edit. I'll choose you for it.
Alright.
Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, scissors. Looks like you're editing this episode.
Motherfucker.
Okay, man.
Yeah, they always seem to be in the same fucking spot. Pete, get any ice?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Pete's Basement, episode 30. Penny Dreadful is joining us for our first stint at the round table. And as for Adam, I warned him not to take that midget home from the park. They make terrible pets.
He was playing with her for like half an hour, so I just let him go, you know. I thought, what harm could come from that? But then he took him home.
I don't know how the hell they're going to get that gerbil out of there.
That's so bad.
And so far, DC's shining star this week for us has been Action Comics 868, Brainiac Part 3. Wow. I think wow pretty much covers it. Superman's first encounter with Brainiac, the actual being, and just the encounter with Brainiac is absolutely stellar. The way, like, you know, he gets out of this little containment pod that he's in, and, you know, Superman sees, like, in his home ship, he's got all of these little bottled cities, and, you know, you obviously get the feeling that this guy's been at this for a while. Yeah. And he says it, too.
Well, he says he's been in the containment thing
for like 300 years. He hasn't woken up in 300 years, and he hasn't moved in 500 years. He's just like sucking in all this knowledge, all of these like little hoses into his head. You see that like alien barb thing that Superman pulled out of his own throat? That was really creepy.
Well, the only thing I had a problem with it is that I know if I sit for more than 30 minutes, I can't stand. So the fact that he got up so quickly after Aeons was amazing to me.
He probably got a serious itch somewhere.
That's probably why he's looking for Superman.
Scratch the itch, right? I don't know about that. No, probably not. That was a cool scene when he got up and Clark Kent's like, oh, wow.
Right, yeah.
The diesel motherfucker. You didn't really expect that one.
But now he's looking for
Metropolis, yeah. So pretty much no spoilers there. I mean, you could have figured it out. He was going to bottle up one city or another. It was going to be Kansas, you know, Smallville or Metropolis. This is really good. I mean, Jeff Johns is writing it. You know, if Adam were here, he'd say it wins, or you know, he can do no wrong, or some shit like that. And it's the God's honest truth. Jeff Johns is writing like every flagship DC title, and they're all great. They're all awesome. And if I could recommend you one Superman book, this is the one, because honestly, Superman's not doing so well. It bores me. And speaking of things that aren't cool, though, new issue of Batman R.I.P. came out, 679, and
well, your buddy likes it.
Yeah, my buddy, Grant Morrison. And I opened it up, and there's a Technicolored Batman running around with a baseball bat, and he's pink and purple, and there's a Batmite running around, and then guess what, guys? I closed the book.
What's wrong with it? You don't know.
There is not enough ink in this pen and this one to write that list.
Oh, shit.
On to Green Lantern Corps, 27. I haven't gotten a chance to read this. I did flip through it, though, and it was pretty cool. They had The Fly's funeral.
Yeah.
Mongol comes back, and I think Kyle Rayner flipped his lid. What's with this drawing, man?
Yeah, I know. It's a little...
Tell me some more about this, because I didn't really get a chance to read it.
Well, they find out that... What's the polar bear? What's his name?
Oh, I have no clue.
Well, as you can see, some creature comes back and kills the polar bear, Green Lantern's family, and then rains like their eyes on the...
that's pretty pleasant. That would explain the... right. Okay.
But I don't know who the villain is. I'm not asking.
So they haven't told... Oh, man, now that I realize what that's a pretty sick, twisted death scene.
Well, he showed at the end, the villain. I mean, you probably...
Yeah, when he says, somebody just got our undivided attention.
Yeah. Go eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my 5th grade teacher.
Oh, yeah, December.
Yeah.
That was good.
That takes us out of DC. Actually, yeah, no, I'm going to check out that issue a lot closer later on after you pass it to the hell out of my house. But one thing I did manage to get through this week was all of the Secret Invasion stuff that dropped. That would be Secret Invasion 5, Secret Invasion Thor, number 1, Secret Invasion X-Men, number 1, Secret Invasion Inhumans, number 1, and also Secret Invasion Runaways Young Avengers 2 came out this week. I didn't really bother with that because the first one bored me.
Yeah, I don't know the characters.
I'm not familiar with the characters, so I really don't care. I guess you want to start with the miniseries and then work up?
Yeah.
Okay. Inhumans was cool. I enjoyed it. You find out that Black Bolt is still alive. That's at the end. I mean, this is issue 1, so I'm not even going to count that as a spoiler.
Right.
You knew they wouldn't kill Black Bolt in the first place.
Spoiler alert, I will say that you find out at the end that they're going to channel
his voice into like the ultimate weapon.
Yeah, whatever.
So that's pretty cool. That's a cool idea. They really waste no time with getting into the scrolliness of the issues. Truthfully, they did. Like, the first 15 pages or so were like, oh, who's the scroll? Who's the scroll? We're under attack by scrolls, and then they all just decide to morph, and like there's fucking scrolls running around everywhere. So I was like, okay, there was really no mystery and intrigue there. Maximus was really not being the best king of the humans. It's like, oh, who the hell's a scroll? You could be a scroll. Right? Don't trust anyone. I'm the king. Like, like you would think he'd try to calm down the people.
Right.
Just making shit way worse. And speaking of leaders and people who are making things way worse,
I like that.
Thor was really cool. In the beginning, Beta Ray Bill crashes to Earth. He was tortured by the Skrulls and sent to Asgard to warn them. But actually not even to warn them, just to give them like an ultimatum, basically, get out or we're going to kill you. They're coming to subjugate Earth, but they want to kill the Asgardians because they're on this holy mission, and Asgard's full of gods, and that's just not going to cohese with their little Skrully gods.
It's very similar in that there's a lot of confusion of who's a Skrull.
Yeah, Loki starts it all, actually. What they're doing with Thor these days is Loki's not a mischievous liar anymore. She now is merely just speaking the truth.
What they keep calling her?
Bitch.
Bitch.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, she's just
like, she basically is telling them how it is. Like, the stuff that you wouldn't normally tell your people, like, oh, well, the Skrulls could be any one of you. And she just turns around and tells them that. So now they're all going crazy. Who's a Skrull, who's not? And we finally see the return of Beta Ray Bill.
That's what she says, Beta Ray Bill might be a Skrull.
Right.
That's how she...
But Thor proves them otherwise by handing him Mjolnir, however, son of a bitch you pronounce that one. Still, to this day, I cannot pronounce that word.
I think you have to take your tongue out of your mouth.
No. Yeah. I think I make that sound throwing up after I drank too much.
Well, that's the only way you can pronounce it.
Really great splash page there, though. Yeah. Actually, I really enjoyed that one. But, I'm going to enjoy this, and it's only 3 issues long, so hopefully they can't fuck it up in the meantime.
You could.
Well,
the art, too. The art.
Yeah, no, the artwork's really nice. Definitely wins.
I've been in a pod, and I haven't read the Secret Invasion stuff.
At all?
That's alright.
There's too many books for me to just feed my money.
It's understandable, man. Comics are too much money these days. I spend $50 to $60 every goddamn week. Secret Invasion XMen #1. The Skrulls invade San Francisco. And apparently the Skrull intel wasn't really up to date because they had no idea the X-Men were in San Francisco.
Yeah, they're like, I think it's the X-Men. They were like,
oh my god, it's the X-Men. There's 9,000 of you guys. You're worried about 10 X-Men. 10. And you send down 3 Super Skrulls. What are the rest of them all in New York? Now they've killed all the superheroes, subjugated the populace. They're all at Tony's Pizza, just fucking chilling.
That's what I think it is. Yeah.
Tony's Pizza, Graham Avenue and Constantly A Street in Brooklyn, New York. We like your pizza. Thank you. And finally, Secret Invasion #5 came out.
Other than the cover being good, I'm not really...
It was kind of filler, truthfully. I'm really disappointed in one particular aspect. I guess you really can't call it filler, but there really wasn't much...
Aside from Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, they saved Mr. Fantastic. This brought Abigail, something or other, that S.H.I.E.L.D. agent. This totally decimates an entire spaceship worth of Skrulls. Mr. Fantastic figured he's got this little gun thing that turns the Skrulls back into Skrulls. They didn't explain how that works, so hopefully by next issue they'll tell us all about that. But basically, he came to the Savage Land and...
I like that too.
The whole life model decoy thing with Maria Hill? Yeah, that was pretty cool. But yeah, like he goes to the Savage Land and rescues all of the Avengers, and you find out that basically, in a real disappointing maneuver, and I'm really upset with Bendis by this, all of the guys that came out of that Skrull ship that landed in the Savage Land were in fact Skrulls. Every last bloody one of them. And I'm a little upset that they had no balls in that. They really should have had the stones to make a few of them actual characters. Like Emma